Have you looked at the KGD SG type guitars in sunburst or red or yellow or black? They're all the same guitar, just different paint. But have you looked at them and thought, you know, it's kind of SG-like, and they call it an SG model, but it doesn't really look quite like an SG. So I have my Gibson SG Standard here, and then we have the KGD SG model. And I thought I'd run through and show you side by side some of the differences. So here's one. The devil horns on the Gibson, they're not perfectly level. They are tipped up a little bit, a little higher on this side, a little lower on that side, but they're pretty close. Look at this. This is more like a Viper. There's a very big difference between the height of the devil horns. And also, this is a smaller radius. This looks about the same as the radius here, but look at the depth of the bevel here. This looks about the same, but then on this side, there's a huge difference. If you look at this bevel, so then compare all of those bevels. This one's smaller, that one is way smaller. This, way smaller of a bevel than we see on the actual Gibson. And then look at the body shape in general. This is more symmetrical from side to side here, whereas this is higher on this side and it bulges down on that side. So very much more like a Viper shape, although it is still two humbuckers, an ABR type bridge, a stop tailpiece, two volumes, two tones, three-way switch, output jack. All of that is very similar to what you see on the SG. And then probably the biggest difference from a playability standpoint is where the neck joins the body. Right here on the Gibson, you'll see the neck meets the body right about the second fret up here, okay? So look at our fret marker. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in a row, and then that's going to be your 21st fret, and then the same thing here, 21st fret, but it doesn't join there. It actually joins way up here. So huge difference in the SG where the neck is shifted out, and then the KGD version where the neck is set in like it is, you know. I mean, look at where that joins. Here on the low side, there on the high side. That looks just like a Les Paul, okay? So we do have some differences. They call it an SG. Don't think it's an SG. Exactly. Let me show you one other thing that's a huge difference. Look at how wide the body is. The Gibson body is very thin, and it has very aggressive taper so that there's not a lot of meat left. Like on this edge here, that's very thin. Now look at that. Oh, that is a chunky monkey. This is a big boy, okay? So the amount of taper, the body thickness, all of that is very different between the two. So I'm going to say this has the general SG shape, but and the configuration of two humbuckers, two volumes, two tones, three-way switch, output jack, stop tailpiece, ABR. Those things are similar. 3 tuners on each side, but pretty much everything else is different. Please subscribe and check out our Guitar Deals group on Facebook. The link's in the bio.